I don't know how you talk.
Yeah, I can talk. Go ahead.
All right, man. How you been? It's been a week. 2 weeks because we didn't upload last week. Yeah. Temperatures outside are crazy.
Yeah, it's been very cold.
Yeah.
Very
it's not the heat, though. It's the humidity that really gets you.
It's the humidity that gets you.
Yeah. Stay hydrated out there. Negative 10 tomorrow?
I think it's negative 12 or whatever, but I think it was supposed to be like negative 14 for like wind chills and everything. Like, it's supposed to be ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not excited for it.
No.
And you're coming over, we're going to watch fights later? No. You got Kamaru Usman or Burns?
I'm not coming over and watching the fights tonight.
All right, so who do you got, Usman or Burns?
I don't know.
You don't know? I guess there hasn't been any really hype behind this fight.
No, so I haven't really seen too much about it, so stat-wise and all that, I don't even know.
Yeah.
I said those two, but I don't know too much about them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any promos for it, and I follow fights. So this one we're gonna do conspiracies. we got a few. Where do you want to start?
Which one? Like for what?
The conspiracies, because I want to save the big one we got for the end, because that's gonna be.
Which one's that?
That's the assassination one.
Okay. Then.
There's an assassination one coming. But you were telling me about a few others that they're not. I guess they're not. They're not conspiracies. They're like weird stuff that's happening, and then the 3D printed meat.
Yes. Yeah. There's 3D printed meat. I saw that one came out. It was the first 3D printed ribeye steaks. They look decently good, but it's just plant-based. So it's plant-based, and it's pretty much like 3D printed into like the same manner as a steak would be made, so texture-wise and all that.
So it's just a plant steak.
I'm guessing so. I'm reading into a little bit more, but yeah, it's essentially just different plants and everything too to be 3D printed into a steak that would texturally taste and feel the same as a regular steak.
Do you think it tastes the same? Because I've had vegetarian sausage, and it didn't taste the same.
No,
I could immediately tell.
Yeah, I've had like the veggie burgers and stuff too, and the faux meat, and like instant. Like that's not meat. That's just not.
Yeah,
it.
You know the difference.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if it tastes like it and it feels like all that, hell yeah, I'll buy it. But at the same time, though, I'm not buying 5 times the price of it just for plant-based stuff.
So you wouldn't pay more for plant-based?
No, I would not pay more for that. Still, I'm just gonna get the cow and all that stuff too. I don't care about the animals myself.
You don't care about animals?
Well, it's like the cows and all that. Like I hunt, I deer hunt, and I'm a big advocate for all that good stuff. So I don't mess with that part of the food chain, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'm all about clean meat and everything too. That's a good part of your immune system, your body. I believe that proteins in meat are very key essential.
This year was my first year going hunting. I've been duck hunting and goose hunting, but I don't really count that because it's still a bird. But deer hunting, I went with you and your dad, and that was awesome. It was cold.
It's freezing cold.
It was fun. A lot of just sitting around.
Yeah. So, I mean, everybody. That's what like the big disappointment is with everybody too. Like that's what you gotta explain to everybody. It's like it's called hunting, not shooting.
Yeah.
You gotta get out there and just maybe hang out and we just wait for the right opportunity. I've passed on a lot of deer. I know a lot of people and a lot of friends are just like, oh yeah, I can try and make it. Nah, you shoot it, hit it in the leg, it's gonna run off and die. I don't believe in that.
Yeah.
It's like hunting for sport and all that, and the clean meat. I like that idea of it though.
Yeah, that's the part that got me. I went to make some jerky. I got some bad news. I took one of those roasts out and forgot about it in my fridge, so I never got to turn it into jerky. So I have to take another one out and turn it into jerky. I was pretty disappointed because when I finally remembered, I got all excited, and then I went to check, and it's not salvageable.
No, so yeah, but no, it goes bad pretty quick too. I guess deer meat.
Yeah, I thought it was like hamburger, but then again.
No, not really. I mean, I instantly freeze it too, and I make sure like anytime I take it out, I'll hurry up and cook it too. And, like as soon as I cook it out. And too.
I will definitely keep that in mind going forward now. I did take a bag of it. I have eaten some. I made tacos out of some of the meat, and that was delicious. It was different. You could definitely taste the difference between hamburger and deer. but it was amazing.
Yeah, so most meals I make with it are pretty decent, but I actually put more effort into it because I valued that meat more because I actually salvaged it.
Yeah, you put in some work for it.
Effort, yeah, as I have butchered this thing, like I'm gonna put all my effort into making this dish awesome and delicious.
So another thing we were talking about, video games. Good shooters, and we were talking about how VR is eventually going to get crazy because I get motion sickness. I cannot play VR games. The most I can do is like a half hour, and then I have to take the headset off. If I go longer, it feels like I've been on the ocean, and I just start spinning, and a monster headache. It is the worst. I played Skyrim VR for like 30 minutes, and I was jumping off of mountains, and it gave me vertigo, which is awesome. And then I felt a headache coming, and I kept playing. And the next thing I know, dude, I'm trying not to puke, laying down, dying for a good 3 hours.
Did you take like the motion sickness pills?
I've tried the motion sickness pills. I've tried putting a fan in front of me when the headset's on. None of it doesn't help me. It's just, and I read something, there's like 30% of people that are that way and they just can't play them right now. But that was also like the cheap side of the VR. It was the PlayStation one. It wasn't like I went out and dropped $800 on a sweet VR head system. But that's the next thing I'm going to do because those things look fun. But eventually,
I'd probably demo it before you go out and do
that's a good call. See how long I can take it. Yeah, good call.
That's how I demo that bitch.
That never even crossed my mind. I was just like, yes, I'm going to buy a more expensive one, and that'll fix the problem.
Go home and just buy a Lexus that you can't drive. God damn it.
Should have thought about it. I need to start doing that more, thinking all the way through instead of this is just going to be fun. Anyway, we were talking about how VR, eventually it's going to get so that they'll fix that, and then eventually you'll forget that you're playing because it's going to be lifelike, so you're just going to be running around shooting, things blowing up. And then we got on. You think you could get PTSD from that?
I would say no. That you probably can't get PTSD. Maybe, I don't know. Like people sue people for weird shit these days, so I could see there could be something down the chamber of it. But I guess.
I mean, you'd have to get like a vest or something to register the feeling of like falling off a mountain or getting shot at or something. Because right now, like you can see it and you can hear it, but if you had a vest or something that like you get hit, it like
simulates.
Yeah, it simulates like a smack, and like you up the pressure on those so it actually hurts. Maybe.
I don't know. But yeah, I can see like somebody just playing so much and like getting cross reality feelings and all that stuff too, and just have maybe it could fuck with your brain.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
Just not knowing what's what or something, and then you go play a deep game, blows up or something like that. Maybe.
I mean, there's people that game for like 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Now imagine 18 hours a day in a headset where that's all you're seeing, and that I think you get into that, but like I said, I don't think people can play those for very long straight. I might be completely wrong, but I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get your eyes straight. We can look up some of it though. How long can you sit in the VR?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna guess. I think the max would probably be about 4 or 5 hours until it starts messing with you. You got a guess?
4 or 5. You said?
I said 4 or 5. Yeah.
I was gonna say they would probably say like 8 or 9, like 8 to 10 hours.
Yeah, I could see that.
Well, we're both so it's recommended 30 minutes is recommended, but just saying
recommended. Nobody who actually plays games is gonna ever
30-minute break. Yeah. Oh, it's time to take a break here. No, I'm finished this goddamn level.
Yeah, I'm gonna play it for 4 hours before I blink and come back to reality.
Yeah, but I mean that was just a soft one. I'm sure there's more articles maybe about it, don't do this for so many hours, whatever. But yeah.
Well, man, I think we can jump into this one. I don't know how long it's going to be. I know the first time I heard about this, it made me shit my pants because it kind of scared the hell out of me. I'm going to tell you a story. I think I've told you before, but I'm going to tell you guys a story. We mentioned it towards the end of one of our podcasts, Lake City Quiet Pills. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
So I'm going to jump...
Somewhat broadly, no.
Yeah, I rewatched the video. I'm going to put a link to the video that I watched in the description so you guys can follow it if you want. So I'm going to probably butcher or leave out a lot of these details, but I wrote down some key points, and I think I've got it. All right, so this was going to be back in like 2008 through like 2011. All right,
Click that link.
right. So think of the internet age back then.
2009.
Yeah, 2009. Reddit. So when Reddit, that was around when Reddit was like starting to come in. It was starting to come into its heyday. But back at those days, if you wanted to upload a picture, it wasn't like today where you could just post the picture onto Reddit. You had to link it from another website. Well, and on Reddit, you can have a bunch of different, like you customize your own experience. If you want to see a Reddit for like the Wall Street bets thing, or if you want to see one for just memes, there's different subreddits. Well, there was one of these subreddits, it was the subreddit Jailbait, which was of girls that were over 18 but didn't look like they were. And one of the moderators, one of the people that like, what's a good way to describe a moderator? Like, they keep the peace in the rooms and they can block people and remove people. One of the moderators...
Kind of like, not an admin.
Yeah, kind of like an admin. Kind of like that. Well, there was one on there. His name was... He went by Religion of Peace. And in some of his posts, he said his name was Milo. Well, he was always, think of him like the grumpy old man on Get Off My Lawn. Yeah. He was a troll pretty much. He would go on and...
A Grand Torino. Yeah.
He would go and he would troll people and tell them to get off his internet and like... but he had claimed that he had joined the U.S. military when he was 14 and was sent off to war in World War II, I believe. And he worked on a ship, and he was just like a loads guy. He just loaded the guns. So he never seen any ground combat until like 87, something like that. Like I said, I'm going to probably fuck up some of these dates. But then he was in it until...
Yeah, this might be nom there, because World War II is 45,
yeah, maybe.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
80. So
It's about 80. So this is in 2009. He is posting under the name Religion of Peace, and he's moderating for Jailbait. Well, the website he would use to host his images to Reddit was his website called LakeCityQuietPills.com, and it had said something along the lines of dispensing Lake City Quiet Pills since 1987. It traced its roots back to an ammunition facility called Lake City Ammunition. If you type in Lake City, it'll be one of the first things that comes up. There's an ammunition thing that makes the most military rounds for the U.S. government. It's still in production today, and it was founded around World War II times. So this website, Lake City Quiet Pills, is where him and a bunch of other people would put their images so that they could share onto that Reddit. Well, in July of 2009, somebody going by the name of 26 on Reddit posted on that Jailbait subreddit that Milo, Religion of Peace, had died. And he found him yesterday. And if anybody who wanted to know where he was going to have his service, he wasn't giving him a service. He was just going to cremate him and spread his ashes near the land where Milo was born. Couldn't put it on the actual land because there was a mall there. He gave the coordinates, and I can't remember the state or the place, but the coordinates were right around there.
Right.
Well, that caused people on Reddit to go back through Religion of Peace's history on Reddit. You could see where he'd comment things at, and you'd come back to Lake City Quiet Pills from his image hosting site. So people would then go and explore that. So both sites, his Lake City Quiet Pills sites was getting tons of traffic to come through. Well, then the really great computer people that can do all that tech shit that I can't do, like read HTML coding and all that, they started going through Lake City Quiet Pills coding, and they were finding what looked like hidden messages. So when I say in the coding, we can see the website, you can see on the website, the coding is what makes the website work, and you can look on there and see like the HTML code, like line for line, how they built the website. Well, inside that blueprint of the website, they found a message board of people talking, and on there was a guy named Angel26, and he had the exact same post from Reddit from 26 about Milo dying, and if anybody wanted there, this is the point, or this is the place where we're scattering his ashes. Well, also further down on the site, it was if you were sent to EU, the Middle East, or Asia, get a hold of Shade, email Shade, Milo had money, and you'll get paid a percentage of the money based on how many times we sent you out. So everybody thought that was weird, and they started looking into it more. And then you would find wanted to Middle East, must be fluent in Arabic and another language, no wet work done, no priors, no paperwork, 6 week, half sequestered pay if refusal. So it was job postings, it looked like, for mercenaries or for assassins, where as soon as you were told what the job would be, if you refused it, you got 6 weeks of your pay cut in half. And as like okay, we told you about this, now you don't want to do it, well, we're going to penalize you and not use you, and you have to wait 6 weeks before you can do a job, that kind of stuff. Well, people had found that they went back through this coding, and they got back to January of 2009, and it was December of 2009, there was a post that there was going to be a birthday party. They were going to have Milo's birthday party to celebrate his passing in his life for bringing everybody together. And it was going to be in Dubai on January 19th. And everybody email Shade. Shade's going to send out your invitations. And we're getting 38 hotel rooms for a birthday party. Don't drink and drive. No law enforcement trouble. And people thought that was weird, because if you're going to have a birthday party, why do you have to worry about drinking and driving if you've already got 38 rooms? Why are you telling people not to drink and drive? So they kept reading it. Well, January 19th comes. There's the birthday party, allegedly. January 22nd comes, and it's like final bill for the birthday party. And it gave like hotel rooms, $48,000, tips, $800. It gave like the itemized receipts of everything. And the post said, the birthday party went off without a hitch. Fat Tommy and Stu are okay. Here's the receipt for all the charges from the 19th. And it came out to like $150,000. So a little high for a birthday party, but it's in Dubai. That's probably how rich people roll. I don't know.
Just swinging low.
Yeah.
Swinging high, I mean.
Yeah. So February 2nd comes around. And I think it was February 2nd. And at this point, people had put together that on January 19th in Dubai, a guy named Mohammed Al Mapua was killed in his hotel room in Dubai. What had apparently happened was that guy, this Mohammed Al Mubar, I think is his name. I can't pronounce it, but Google this, you'll find out. He had killed 2 Israeli soldiers, kidnapped, tortured, and killed them. And he was wanted by Israel. But he was part of a group in the Middle East for I think it was Palestine, for Palestine to become a country or something like that. But he was in a rebel group to Israel. Well, Israel at that time had believed to have wanted him because he had obviously kidnapped and killed these 2 Israeli soldiers. So obviously they want him. Well, he had, without him being known, somebody had put a Trojan virus on his laptop where he was scheduling a vacation for a week in Dubai, and for the first 2 days he would not have any bodyguards. It had his travel date, his hotel, where his hotel room was, the location, so that the person who had put the Trojan on that could see all of what he's planning to do. And they went back and they found this when they did this investigation after what had happened. And so whoever had found that, they had sent between 18 and 28 agents over there. And you can see from the moment that he lands, Mohammed lands at the airport in Dubai, he is followed by pairs of people from the hotel room, or from the airport to his hotel room. Then you can see people in the lobby following him. They're dressed as 2 tennis players. They follow him into the hotel. When he gets off the hotel, one of the tennis players gets off, one stays on. They follow him to his room, so he's walking down the hallway. The tennis player's pretending like he's also going to his room farther down. They see what room he's in. 15 minutes later, there was a call to the hotel lobby to request the room exactly opposite of him in the hallway. And then at that point, they had all the agents. You can see the security cameras. They have all these people converging into this hotel that had been following him in pairs from the airport. And they're all coming in this hotel, and you can see at least a dozen people go into this hotel room right across the hall from his, and they're just gathering in there. And then you see him leave his hotel room. And as soon as he leaves, you see two guys come out of that room, and they go to his door and start messing with the lock. One of the maids comes up, and she's just cleaning the rooms and stuff, and she's coming down the hallway. One of the, I'm just going to call them assassins, goes to distract the maid while the other guy gets the key to work to break into this room. They get it. The maid goes about her maid duties, and then more people start coming out of the room. It was 507. He had 500. The room across from his was 507. So more people come out of, more of these assassins come out of 507 where they've been gathering and go into his room. Eventually, he comes back, unaware that anybody's in his room because the lock's not broken. He comes back. 20 minutes passes, and then all these agents come out, all these assassins, I keep wanting to call them agents, I've been playing Hitman too much, all these assassins come out of his room, and they go into the original room, 507, and then everybody leaves that room, and then you can see the security cameras of them coming down the hallways, getting into lobbies, getting into cars, and then they all, within 4 hours, have flown or left Dubai completely. They didn't find Muhammad's body until the next day in the morning when the cleaning staff came back. It looked like he had been electrocuted, but they had given him a fast-acting muscle relaxer so that he couldn't move or scream, but he could feel everything. And then he was electrocuted and smothered with a pillow. Originally, it was thought to be natural causes because they had smothered him, but a further autopsy revealed he was strangled with a pillow. There was, like I said, 18 between 36, and they had Interpol put up a dozen of the passports on Interpol to try to catch these people. There were 12 passports, British passports. There were 6 Irish, 4 French, 1 German, and 3 Australian passports. All of them came back to be fakes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 people were arrested that were connected to the Israel intelligence community, which caused Australia to question Israel. Why are these passports? Because 3 of them were our passports, but they're all fakes. We didn't issue these. Those 2 are confirmed to be Israel intelligence. How are they involved in this, and how are our passports being used? And it created a huge international thing against Israel. The way the purchases were made for the bills was off. It was kind of think of like the prepaid Visa cards and PayPal. I think it's like a mixture of that. I can't remember. I think it was like Paymaster or something, where they were preloaded cards and people just had money put on it, and they were using that, so they were untraceable. But they were originated in America. And America wouldn't release the purchase invoices for those cards. We just refused to do it. So it calmed down. But in February, on the Lake City Quiet Pills thing, it was talking about how these people had successfully gone into this place. It went off without a hitch. The 2 people that were injured are going to be okay. This is the bills. And they released the locations of where they had gotten their hotels. And that was the hotels that this man had been known to frequent, and the hotel he had gotten a room in. Well, then later on in 2010, the people on Lake City Quiet Pills, the ones posting in the secret message board, had gotten smart to the fact that other people have figured out that there's a message board in here, and they're talking about it on Reddit. And so the code got changed. They put the message board into code that you'd need a code breaker to break to realize what it was saying. And it was up for like another month, but then it got changed again to one that you couldn't figure out, and then the website got completely taken down. The subreddit got taken down when the dude from Dateline did a full story about it. As of 2018, 2019, there have been no arrests for these. 2 people were held and detained, but then they just disappeared. But before we did this, I guess one guy that was allegedly part of the Lake City Quiet Pills message boards, he did an exclusive interview about what it was. I haven't seen that, and I also don't know if it's fake. But that's the true conspiracy. I mean, there was definitely an assassination. There was definitely a bunch of agents. Like, you can go on YouTube, you can see the security footage for yourself of these people following this guy. This guy actually died. Sounds like he was kind of a bad man. I guess your perspective on that, I don't know anything about him. So there was definitely an assassination. There's definitely international news about this if you wanted to Google it. It's the assassination of Muhammad al-Mabua, I think is his name. But I checked that out. But the website, that Lake City Quiet Pills website, had originated in 2001. So it had been around 8 years before this had went down. So people are saying that'd be a long time to plan a prank and then immediately take it down once it's been discovered, because the website's not existent. It was the first time I heard it. Like I said, I'm going to put the video description link in the description of this video. There we go. Now I can talk. The link to the video in the description of this video. So if you guys want to watch it, you can. It probably get explained a lot better than me, but when I heard about it, I wanted to talk about it. It was pretty cool. But yeah, that's what I've got for you, man. What do you think?
I think that'd be a badass. I mean, I want to. Yeah, this happens more than everybody does. Like an assassination deal. Like, yeah, that'd be a good way to hide it these days. In code on the internet. Yeah, but.
I forgot. Israel came out when Australia asked them for questioning and said that the Australian government watches too many James Bond movies. They didn't deny it. They just said the Australian government watches too many James Bond movies. Yeah, here we go. But yeah, that's the assassination story. And I learned about a half hour ago, Trump got acquitted. Yeah.
Yes, he did.
For the second time.
Impeached twice, 0 convictions.
Yeah,
I loved it.
I
loved when everybody yes, I do kind of swing right and everything a little bit too, and more so, I just kind of like the people that were freaking out over the impeachment thing of the first time. It's like, oh, he's impeached, he's out of here and everything. It was on the newspaper, and so everybody said cheer and hooray and stuff too. It's like, well, it doesn't mean he's going anywhere. Like, it's just like a slap on the it's something on your record, you know.
Yeah.
He's not convicted out of there.
Yeah, he hasn't been convicted. You guys got to wait for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was twice, but I bet there's going to be a big celebration tonight.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like most of his big crowd, his big umph and everything has died down. Anyway.
Maybe. He's not president anymore. So
no, and they've silenced him so much too.
Is he still banned?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from him. I haven't heard nothing him.
You haven't heard anything from him? He doesn't text you?
No, I just texted her. It's what's up? Weekly update, just so you want to know. No.
This is what I'm doing. I bet he at least goes and has a champagne or something. No, he doesn't drink.
No, he was playing golf though in Florida.
Well, that's where he went when he left.
So, he was playing it was a picture of him the other day. It was during the impeachment, he just playing golf, not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Just, all right, whatever. Just go.
I cannot tell you how bad I want to go out and play darts. Just go to a bar and play darts, but I haven't because it's COVID. Not so much because of COVID anymore as much as it is -5 out, but I really want to go play darts and have a few because I just think about how much fun it was.
Yeah, I miss playing darts and playing pool and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was a big pool guy too, going to the bars and socializing and dancing and stuff too. I miss that.
Yeah, I don't go as hard as I used to. I used to love to go out and do a bunch of Irish car bombs and just see where the night would take me with my friends, and it was
blackout.
Yeah, I never blacked out.
Yeah, that was my MO. I would do that. It was always the next morning, just wake up and be like, oh my god, what'd I do? Did I? So they're trying to play back in your head, what happened? Did I roll a car or anything? Instantly text people, be like, hey, what's going on?
I've never blacked out. So is it I've been knocked out, but is it there's a point where you can remember and then nothing?
Yeah, it's literally always having this conversation like this, and just like one word later, and then like I just wake up, and then like I'm in my bed going, oh my god, did I set something on fire? Did I manslaughter? Like what happened?
What's the worst thing you've done when blacked out?
Oh, like I'm fighting stupid shit, or what? I mean, I've vandalized stuff. Yeah, like just stupid stuff I've done this while I've been intoxicated and stupid. And I'm not condoning this in any way whatsoever. Like I think drinking is stupid and everything too. I just went through my dumbass phase. And I was like, I don't know, yeah, I did a lot of stupid shit that's drinking. I don't really drink a whole lot anymore. I just don't. I don't go out and doing it. But I mean, I do like going to socialize and have like a couple beers. But yeah, I'll go out early in the night. But if somebody goes, yeah, come out to the bar at like 11. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I know where that's going.
Man, that's how I used to. I used to go out. I wouldn't leave my house until like 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so like pregame a little bit, 9:30 to go out at 10. I just close that bitch down.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like now, and I was like, I'll meet you there about 5:36. You know,
We'll be done at 9.
Yeah, so we'll go home, watch some movies, hang out. Yeah, that's cool.
I think the last time I was out all night, oh my god, yeah, it was with you when we all went to the strip club.
Oh my god.
When we kidnapped Scotty and James. Yeah, I remember that. And we got back and James was passed out
on the air
half on the air mattress.
Yeah,
and
some dinosaurs.
Yeah, when we he's gonna be so mad when he hears this. When we woke him up and he ran off to the bathroom immediately to start puking.
Oh yeah, it's just in like a 5-gallon bucket, just.
That was a fun time.
Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, yeah, they are like some the times that don't black out or anything. It's fun. Like it is a good time going out and stuff too. But it's just a thin line of just you might fuck up everything. Right?
Have you figured out which drink exactly it is that messes you up like that? Because I got a friend, he cannot handle sugary drinks. If he drinks something with a bunch of sugar in it that has alcohol, he will black out.
Nah, like I don't even think it's a drink thing. I think my thing's a timing thing. Or like
just a volume thing?
Yeah, volume thing maybe. I don't know. Like a lot of times I'll just start sipping on it and like everybody will just start drinking and then they're like, hey, we're getting another round. Do you want one? I'm like, yeah. And I'll just slam that drink real quick. I'm like, yeah, give me another one real quick too. And it's like, I should just say no. And just like, I'll just sip on
yeah, they're still going to be there in a bit.
It's not like I hurry up and need to catch this round real quick. Nah, it's all right.
Oh, man. I thankfully, I don't have any blackout stories.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Machine Gun Kelly concert one time, and like that night I completely think I got roofied that night because
what?
That was like because. Yeah, we went to there. I was in the parking lot, and we're all kind of pre-gaming, drinking a little bit too. And I probably had like a couple swills of vodka and a few beers and stuff too. And then we got into the concert. I had got 2 Captain Cokes. And normally I can drink more than 2 Captain Cokes and a few swills of vodka. Like I can maintain, and do all that stuff and everything too. And I was just like in the middle of the concert set too. And then it was just like a light, and like I kind of like clicked out of it. And I remember I kind of came to for a minute. And I'm like outside pissing in the parking lot, and buddy Zach, he's carrying me out and stuff and everything too. He's like, all right, we're almost to the car and stuff. I'm like, all right, and stuff. And then got in the car and I went home, passed out stuff, and I talked to Zach the next day. I'm like, dude, what happened? He goes, it was so weird. You were just like hanging out or thing. We were having a few drinks and you were just hammered. Like the next second, like turned around. And I was like, did I just start slamming drinks? He goes, no. He goes, I went to the bar with you. It was like we had 2 Captain Cokes and then like we had a few drinks in the parking lot and stuff. And that's why I was like, I think I got roofied. He goes, you might have got roofied. Because it was literally like you were just having a great time and stuff. And then I just came back from the bathroom. You were just shit-faced. And I was like, I don't know. So like that time was like a scary one. But yeah, totally fucked me on the Machine Gun Kelly concert.
Do you remember any of it?
No. Like I remember them setting up the first DJ and like the intro guy and stuff too. And like Kelly missed the whole concert. And I'm like, fuck this drink. And I'm so pissed.
That reminds me, do you remember when we went to the bar and the dude grabbed you by the throat?
Yeah, and I didn't even realize.
Yeah, he didn't. I remember turning around. Go ahead, you tell him, man. It's fucking hilarious.
I don't remember like all of it though too. Like, he was mad that like his girlfriend liked me.
Yeah,
and I was like, I didn't even talk to her or anything. Like she was just like giving me attention that made him mad, and like that's what started it or whatever.
Yeah, we were leaving.
Yeah,
we were walking out. There was you, me, Paco. and
No, Blackie wasn't there, was he?
Blackie?
There was somebody bigger, I thought, though, too. There was somebody else. There was like 4.
No, it might have been Scotty.
Yeah, Scotty might have been there then, too. Yeah.
But we were leaving, and we were walking. We had to go from one end of the bar to the other, and we were walking through. And I remember I was in front of you, and I remember turning to see where everybody was coming, and watching him grab you by the throat, and it didn't register on your face.
Yeah, it was I thought he was saying hi or something to me, and like he like had his hand there because he wasn't gripping me or anything, like choking me. He just had like that, and then I just kind of looked down, and it like registered like, oh, he's confronting me. It's like he's mad about something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should. Yeah, like and looking back too, should have just hit him immediately because he was just a drunk idiotic guy.
He was just.
But yeah.
People that don't know how to fight sure like to pick fights.
Yeah, I said that guy. Just looking at like I was confident myself though too, but then you're looking at like the friend group I had with me, like you're obviously gonna lose
this is not going to be fun for you.
No. So you're going to really regret that, man.
Yeah, I think that's the closest I've ever been to seeing a bar fight. I've been pretty lucky. One time though, we did go to the bar, and we had gotten there, and right as we were getting there, a fight had just happened, but one of the parties involved had left, and there was one guy, his shirt was all ripped and he was bleeding, and he was talking about, I whooped that guy's ass, and like he was drinking his pain away. We were there a couple hours, we were drinking, and then it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock. We're like, yeah, fuck it, let's go home. So apparently the next day we found out that the guy who he had beaten up came back with a knife and had stabbed him. Yeah.
Jesus.
So we had missed that by no more than an hour.
Missed the climax.
Yeah, so I've always just in time getting the fuck out of danger. I think that's where all my luck goes.
Oh, I remember I was at one place and they like trashed the whole house, like when it was a party, and like that was kind of like the most like crazy one that I remember, like one of the ones that popped in my head. Like everybody was just drinking along, we were having a nice house party, and the next town over and stuff, just everybody was having a nice time. And there was a lot of people in this house. It was a smaller house stuff too, but the next thing I know, some guy gets in a fight with another guy in the kitchen, just starts dragging each other back and forth through the kitchen, just slam each other, knocking shit off the wall, and then like I don't know what, but it just turned into like a mosh pit of the whole house. And I shit you not, it was just like everybody was like one big fight. Like the china cabinet full of plates, somebody grabbed it, slammed it over, china plates are everywhere, the table gets smashed. Like it was like something out of a movie. Like I was seeing Jamie, this girl that I was seeing at the time, like she was with me. Like I literally like was by a closet, like just get in the closet for a minute.
Just hang out.
Like I was just standing there. I was like, there's no exit or anything too. And then it was just kind of like happening. And finally calmed down stuff too. And then the cops showed up. And fucking, you see this red and blue outside and everything too. And so like everybody just darts out the window. You just hear more glass break, like somebody just kicking it out a window, just leaving. And
no time to open it. Just go.
Yeah, and then everybody's running outside too. And then like it was cold, it was snow and stuff too. Everybody forgot their hoodies. I remember we all ran to a field and like we ran to like a little like intersection. My buddy picked us up on gravel road. We're calling him like, just pick us up. Like we're freezing, so we had to meet him and everything. But it was like a crazy just.
What
I
the
was seeing,
fuck?
like, yeah, like, so it was just a drop of a hat in a split second, like the house was destroyed, and I felt so bad for that guy. Like, I think he just had a house party while his parents were away.
Oh man, you know,
I just got destroyed.
You know,
like way more than like anything, like any house party. I remember like that china hut just sticks in my head. Just you know, you just hear all of the glass and the china and everything just getting shattered.
Dude,
yeah.
Is he still alive, or did his parents murder him?
Like I didn't really. He was just a friend of a friend. The next town over, we just went to party at his house. So I don't know. I don't know too much about the guy. But yeah, it was just at a house party and just destroyed it.
I don't think I ever threw a house party. I mean, I've been to parties and I threw parties at my friends' houses, but never thrown a house party of my own when I was in high school.
I did. I had a couple.
Yeah? Anything ever get broken?
Yeah, a few things. I remember like we had a pool table downstairs, but we had like tile ceilings there thing too. And there's a couple ones that, like there's some holes in the tile ceiling because a lot of people that played pool and when you're drinking get really excited. They're like, yeah, and the hole clear up. And like, God damn it, you know, like
how are we gonna hide this?
like that. And, oh yeah, just random like just stupid shit. Like somebody had a dent in the wall or something like that. Yeah, we got away with some parties.
Man.
Keep that away from here.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's getting kind of smoky.
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Give me a headache.
Sorry, bro.
Well, man, I think we're good on this week. That's We gave you guys some stories, talked some shit. If you guys got any topics you want us to cover, there's a few that I think we should go over. We need to try to get Paco to come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we can get him on for you guys. Just comment, "Hey Paco, come on." We'll show him the comments. That might guilt him into it. You think it worked?
Maybe.
Just a bit. Cool.
Come on, Paco.
Yeah. All right. Cool. See you next week.